Let's get ready to create this flawless makeup look in 30 minutes. Now, the reason I've chosen 30 minutes is because I know, as well as most people out there know who wear makeup, that sometimes you want to have a really nice flawless look. You've got around 30 minutes, but you also want to chill in between. You also want to kind of like scroll a bit. This isn't like start to finish 30 minutes in a rush. This is you being able to walk out the door looking flawless, feeling flawless, and not feeling flustered. So without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So we're all set, no makeup on. I'm gonna hit the timer shortly. I know this is always a struggle for me, but let me just grab it on my phone so I can get this timer started and we can just see how long this is actually gonna take us. I mean, it's not gonna really take more than 30 minutes. If anything, we may even be done before. We'll see, because ultimately what the aim is to get the most flawless look. Let me get started. Let me just sort myself out in my mind, get everything straight. Okay, I think we can hit start. Okay, so we're all ready. Nothing on my skin. I'm gonna get started with my Rhode Peptide Glazing Fluid. And just gonna put one pump of this because one pump is always enough for me. And put that away. Just gonna smooth that over. I mean, realistically, like if you are, you know, you have an event or something, I feel like this is the kind, like this is the right like amount of time that you'd be happy with. You know, if you want like a really, if you want to put the effort into your makeup, I feel like this is the right amount of time, because, you know, I don't really want to be sitting there for an hour. Lord knows I do sit there for an hour, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I genuinely have sat there for an hour many times, if not longer. This is my Drunk Elephant eye cream, by the way, and you know, I could easily utilize an hour, if not more, right? Done it many times. But what I'm saying is that if you have an event or party, does anyone even say party anymore? But you know, if you have like some kind of event that you need like a flawless look for, so which requires extra effort, extra time obviously, then 30 minutes is like that sweet spot. I think it's not too much, but it's also like not too little. You've got enough time to be able to create a nice look. So, okay, so eye cream on, treatment on. We're gonna go in with moisturizer now. So, let me get my, this is my Rose Barrier Restore Cream. I'm just gonna, nearly running out of this one. Oh, there you go. Okay. So I'm just gonna smooth that over my face. Kind of like broken out here today a little bit, which is a bit annoying. Okay, I always put the rest of the moisturizer on the back of my hands. I feel like that's the one area we don't really moisturize much, so I always put it on the back of my hands or my elbows. So, now that we've done that, we're gonna, what are we doing now? Why has my mind just gone blank? Oh my God. Oh yes. Oh yes. We're putting primer on. Okay, this is my Hydra Grip primer from Milk. One, kind of like, I don't even do a full pump. I kind of do like, you know, more than half a pump. I feel like I've got a hair somewhere on my face. It's just really in all different places. It's annoying. Okay. So my moisturizer has kind of like settled down a bit. You've got to give it that little bit of time to settle down. You don't want to just pack on all the products straight after one another, because you need to allow that skincare product to sink into the skin, really get to work. Just allow it to kind of like mesh with the skin, like marinate on your skin before you actually go ahead with your next product. So I'm going to smooth this over. Ultimately, you know, we want a flawless look, which means you need to make sure your skin is prepped properly. Get that nice hydration on, but also not too thick. You don't want it to slide off either. Now that we've got the primer on, I feel like we can go ahead and start with the concealer. So I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply some to my eyelids. There you go. I've got my Beauty Blender, which by the way is damp. And then I just buff this in. Like that. I'm kind of struggling with my, oh my God, what is that there on my eye? I have something on my eye. Hold on. Okay, I think it's gone. That was weird. Okay. I've kind of been struggling with my brows over the last 2 weeks. So, okay, I don't know if any of you guys have this, right? Obviously, I get Botox done. And I get it done every, like, 4 to 5 months, right? Probably every 5 months. Yeah, 4 to 5 months. So, I get it done. And when I get it done, I love the shape of my brows once I've done my makeup. I love how I can shape them. But then when the Botox starts wearing off, which is now for me, I feel like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's worn off. So that's when I don't like it, because it just, my brows are just in this weird, I don't know, I just can't seem to get the shape right or symmetrical. I don't know why, it's just really annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I'm using a, I was gonna say flat, I'm using a pressed powder today. So no specific reason. I do feel like it does give you a great flawless finish, because I recently tried it on the Charlotte Tilbury video and I absolutely loved it. Not only that, as I've mentioned before, it's my Real Techniques setting brush, by the way. As I've mentioned before on this channel, sometimes I get these questions, right? And like literally sometimes I feel like there are some people who are, they should be detectives or something. Like some of the comments I see are like, but you're doing this now, but I've seen you in another video and you've said this, which contradicts what you're applying now. Like, for example, they say, oh, you said you always underpaint, but you're not underpainting here. Like, you've put the concealer on last. And the thing is, the people that write these comments, I'm not offended, by the way, at all. Like, there's nothing to be offended about. But I just kind of feel like if you're gonna watch so closely, then watch everything in order to get the full story before kind of like make an assumption. Because realistically, I've just realised there's so much concealer on the outside of my concealer, and I hate it when that happens, because it means that when you close the lid, it all just goes out. But realistically, as I was saying, by the way, another thing I want to add, this whole 30-minute getting ready routine for a flawless look, I've put this together so that you understand that you have time to have a coffee, you have time to like look at your phone very quickly, a quick 10-second scroll, because I know I am with you. I'm with all of you ladies, everyone out there, I'm with you when it comes to wanting a kind of like chilled getting ready vibe. Do you know what I mean? You could have the most flawless look and be rushed at it, and you still won't feel flawless after. If you're with me there, let me know in the comments, because I need you guys to understand what I'm saying here. It's kind of one of those things, like I could sit there, have an hour or have 30 minutes, and for some reason I'm really rushed because I'm just not able to get it all done. And then I walk out, my makeup is flawless, but I don't feel flawless, which goes to, you know, also confirms the fact that it's important about how we feel, right? But this is what this 30 minutes is about for me. This is me showing you how you can do a flawless look and still have that kind of like extra few minutes, you know, to just do the odd thing that calms you or just makes you feel zen, you know, whatever it is. So anyway, like I was saying, I don't know why I just went off there, but what I was saying was I wish they'd watch all the videos, because then they would see the number of times that I've actually said in my videos that, guys, I'm only doing it this way because I'm well aware that there are so many people that watch these videos. I want to appeal to everyone. I don't want to be that person who's like, only do it this way. There's no other way to do it. This is the way you've got to do it. Otherwise you're doing everything wrong. I don't want to do that. So I tell you, I always do it this way because that's my preference. But I want to appeal to all of you. I want to appeal to everyone out there. If you don't underpaint, it's fine. If you like putting your concealer on after your foundation, that's fine. I'm going to do some tutorials like that so that it appeals to you too, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to say, if that makes sense. Okay, so eyelids are all nicely set. Next up, what we're going to do is apply this concealer to the under eyes here. Now we want a flawless look, so I am going to be underpainting for this look. And I'm going to explain where I've put this in a second. So I'm just thinking, do I want a little bit more? Maybe. There you go. Okay. So now that that's on, I'm just going to kind of like buff that in. So I'm just using my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion brush just to kind of buff this bit in here. That's that. And then I'm going to get my sponge and I'm just going to buff in this concealer on the under eye area. Oh, I just wanted to check the time. Plenty of time. Okay, so you can see how we've buffed it under the eyes and we've kept it where it is. We've not spread it around like on the rest of the face, like on the cheeks or anything. There you go. I'm happy with that. I don't know why, like I feel like I've got a lot of saliva in my mouth at the moment. I don't know why. Woo. Okay, next up what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of contouring. I'm going to be using the Simi Haze Beauty Skin Suede Melting Bronze Balm. And this is in Oak 03. It looks really dark, but it's so nice on the skin. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood complexion brush. This is the second one because I have two of them, one for light, one for dark. And I'm just going to go into that like that, right? And then I'm going to just go onto this area here. So from the top of the ear, see what I mean? It's not like crazy dark. And you can use this on top of your foundation. I might actually just use a little bit on top of the foundation just to show you guys, you know, what it's like on top. But I think it's a great product. It's not overly kind of like, it's not like crazy pigment. You can build it up. That's what I like about it. So I feel like that's enough. I'm just gonna like apply a little bit around the hairline here. Definitely gonna apply some here. Because, you know, need that chiseled jawline. Okay, that's done. Now I'm gonna take the other side, which is the smaller side of the brush. And I'm gonna just kind of like go along the nose on the side of the bridge of the nose. I think that's it. I think just a little bit at the top of the lip and the bottom just to make them look a little bit bigger. Because why not? Okay. Now we are going to go with our foundation. The foundation I'm using today is an oldie but a goldie. It is Shiseido Synchro Skin Self Refreshing Foundation. My shade is 340 Oak. I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. And I've got my sponge. And I'm going to start applying this to my face, starting with the forehead. There you go. Go down the nose. Yep. By the way, I'm like dragging it, buffing it into the hand, and then I'm going on the skin. You've got to really get it into the sponge before you get it onto the face. Okay. I'm just gonna go along the whole bottom part of the face before I actually do the cheekbones. Because I've got a darker shade there, so I don't wanna like drag that anywhere else. I'm just gonna drag along the jawline though. Okay, super happy with that. So now, oh, there it is. Now I am going to get my blush. This is my One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio Freaky Peach. And I'm going to use Rump Shaker, which is the cream blush from this. And I love this color. This color is so nice. Now I'm going to use, this is my Oldest 011 brush. And I'm just going to go into this like this. It's quite pigmented, right? So you don't actually need a lot. But I'm going to just go along this bit here. This is such a nice color. I just like how kind of like fresh this makes my skin look. It's really hard to find a good peach for darker skin tone because sometimes it's such a washed out peach that it kind of like just looks too icy, if that makes sense, on the skin. Whereas I feel like this is really nice. Or it can end up being too orange on the skin. Whereas I feel like I can really see that this is a peach shade on my skin. I love how it makes the skin look very healthy. So that's more than enough. I don't need any more of that. Now I will, before I set everything, go in with a bit more bronzer because I really want to show you. You can apply this on top because it's such a kind of like transparent kind of shade. There you go. Let's just warm the face up a bit more. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay. We have got 13 minutes left. Not long, but it's more than enough. Okay, so now we're gonna set the face. So we're gonna go in with our powder, which is what we used before. Whew. And we're gonna get rid of any creases which are on the under eye area. And we're gonna firstly set this under eye area. There you go. Like I'm probably going to end up rushing right at the last minute. But you know, the way that I see it, as long as you don't rush throughout the whole thing, right? We wouldn't be we wouldn't be us, right, if we didn't rush a little bit. That's more than enough at a minute. That's more than enough at the moment because I want to get the brows done and then show you a really cool eye trick, which is just really easy and like quick for you to do, but it just looks so nice and just flawless. Okay, no, I'm not going to use those. I'm going to use this because this blew my mind the other day. Okay, so I'm going to use my Lime Crime Bushy Brow Pen and I'm just going to kind of like create these feather strokes in my brows, mainly at the front section of the brow. Because it's just such a good pen. Like I'm kind of happy with the front bit. I mean, look, guys, I've told you already, right? My brows are doing my head in at the moment. They're really not playing nice. So we're just gonna see what the best is that we can do today. Right, now I'm gonna use my MAC Eyebrows Styler in Spiked. And let me just brush this up. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of like shape these. I feel like that came out weird. I'm just gonna kind of like, no, that came out right. Yeah. Brows is something where like I end up going quiet. because I'm like, we need to focus. This is like focus time. Yeah, whatever. This brow's just doing my head in. Both of them are doing my head in. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they're just not working out for me at the moment. Sometimes I feel like, is it all in my head? You know, am I just, you know, when you look at something for too long and then it just looks weird to you? Like, is that what I'm doing? Possibly. I feel like that could be what I'm doing. Okay, let's just get this little wing done. Oh, this is the brow that annoys me. This brow is just so annoying. Whatever. You can't even do anything with it. Like, what are you supposed to do? It's like all you can do is just get annoyed. I'm probably like, this brow looks really bizarre to me. It's just not working. It's just the shape I can't seem to get right at the moment. I don't know what it is. It's just really bizarre. You know what? I might come back to that. Stressing me out. This brow just like, whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna leave that at the moment. I'm just gonna leave that as it is and pretend they look okay, which maybe they do actually. Okay, so very quickly, I'm just gonna add some like Dior Lip Maximizer. And we are gonna very quickly, what was I gonna do? Ah, my eye pencils. Guys, you need to head out and get yours. I've got an amazing collaboration with Doll 10. I've got my own Smoky Neutrals eye trio out, which you can get. It's got 3 of my favorite pencils in there, which are perfect for your eyes, but you can also use them for like sculpting the face as well. They're amazing and they blend so easy. So I am gonna use, which one am I gonna use? I'm gonna use Macchiato on the kind of like lower area here. I like using this here because what it does is it basically stops it from looking so mask-like the whole eye area, and it has this very subtle sheen in there, super subtle. Then I'm gonna use, oh my god, what does that even say? Confidence, yes, Confidence. I always get them mixed up. So let me just grab my Charlotte Tilbury Eye Smudger brush. I'm literally gonna just apply this to my lash line like that. Thick layer, right? Not thick layer, but like, you know, like a thick liner effect. And then I'm literally with my brush just gonna smudge side to side. Why are my words not coming out? And then I'm just gonna lift here. This is literally the quickest eye look you're gonna get, and it's perfectly smoky. Like, honestly, I'm so excited for you guys to actually try these pencils. I mean, how easy is that? You don't even have to worry about a flick because it just naturally kind of like lifts. It's so easy to blend, and then once they're dry, they stay put. And what I love about this is that usually pencils dry too quick, so you can't blend them properly, or when you can blend them properly, then they basically just kind of like come off, and these don't. So You are welcome. You're gonna love it. Head over and grab yours. The link is in the description. And don't forget to write a little review on their site as well once you've bought them and tried them, because I'd love to know. Okay, gonna quickly just curl my eyelashes. There you go. And we're going to apply some YSL Lash Clash mascara. I've been using this a lot lately. It's actually a really good mascara because I ran out of my NARS Extreme Climax, which was amazing. I loved that mascara. It's much better than the normal Climax. There you go. I feel like I haven't actually rushed on this at any part. Like, I'm quite happy with my pace, you know? I don't feel like, oh, I've rushed at any point. Yeah, happy with that. Okay, so got a tissue. Just gonna blot that kind of like Dior gloss stuff off. This is my Anastasia Beverly Hills lip pencil in Mocha. Now you want to feather in a little bit so that the lip line doesn't look so disconnected from the lipstick. There you go. Then I'm going to use my Simi Haze. What is this called? This is my Velvet Blur Matte Liquid Lipstick Balm. It's a Velvet Blur Matte Lipstick Balm in Windburn 11. And I'm gonna blot. That's all I want of that because I don't want it super pink. But what I am gonna do is just go back in with my lip pencil, but make sure you go in with it after you've blot. Otherwise it starts to kind of like get a bit too creamy. And then blot again, and I feel like that's like a really good color. So, okay, lastly, what I want to do is probably just add a little bit of kind of like powder bronze, because I feel like that also sets the bronzer underneath as well. This is my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer in Beach, and I'm just using my veil brush from Hourglass for this. Okay. I really need a tan. Okay. That's my powder bronzer. And then, what was I gonna do? I think I could do with a little bit more mascara. Just to kind of like thicken those lashes a little bit. And this is the kind of mascara you can kind of go over with after as well, because I feel like you get that, it doesn't like ruin the lashes. Sometimes when you go over with a second coat from mascara, it can ruin the first coat, but this actually is quite nice. So I think now I'm happy with that. What I am gonna do very quickly is I'm gonna get my Sigma E06 brush. I'm gonna get my Confidence pencil, which is in my Trio kit. And this is what I love. There's so many different things that you can do with these pencils, which is why I know you're gonna love it. I'm gonna just apply it onto the brush like that. Take off a little bit on the hand. And this is where, from the end of my lash line, I am gonna create a really kind of like little flick there. And what I do is I just darken that end bit a little bit. And it just gives me, look at the different, like that just takes that flick up, and here it's soft. You can go with either, but I just feel like this is a really cool way to give it some extra definition. Just take it up a notch. And again, it's like optional. That's that. And then what do I want to do? Maybe a little bit more powder because we used a pressed powder, so you know, you can go ahead afterwards and apply it wherever you want it. Yeah, I'm kind of like happy with that. I'm gonna, oh, that's the wrong one. Gonna get that eye pencil that I used. Where's it gone? There it is. And just kind of like sort this brow out a little bit. There you go. And that is basically it. What's the time? 3, 2, 1. There you go. So a flawless look in 30 minutes. So how did you guys find that? Oh, okay. Okay, we know. We were ahead of you. So yeah, anyway, how did you find it? What did you think of this look? You know, it's flawless. It's not going to go anywhere. I feel like, okay, I've done a really nice look and it's been in 30 minutes and I've had some time in between. I was chatting away with you guys. And obviously for you guys, you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to scroll on your phone, you want to chat to someone on the phone, you want to go make yourself a tea or a coffee, you know, have a drink before you go out, whatever. It's given you the time to be able to have a relaxed get ready with me time. Not get ready with me, but get ready time. A relaxed get ready time where you can chill, but also get a really nice flawless look all in 30 minutes. Amazing, right? So I'm really excited for you guys to go out and get my trio pack, which I'm super excited about. I just want to explain very quickly. I've been loving Doll 10 for quite a while now. They sent me their stuff and I'm going to be honest, when they first sent it, I was like, what is this new makeup brand? Like there's so many different makeup brands coming out, but they've been around for a little while now actually, and it was just new to me. And I tried it and I was like, this is really good. And then I was like trying it thinking, there's so many different things you can use this for. And obviously as a makeup artist, like you always think outside the box, like just because it says it's an eye pencil doesn't mean I only have to use it as an eye pencil. So when Doll 10 reached out to me, because they saw how much I love Doll 10, they were like, you know, we'd really love to like put something together and create something with you, like create a little trio pack with you. And I was like, okay, so this is it. My 3 favorite pencils. Now, you see me using these a lot and I'm really excited for you guys to actually try them yourself. Honestly, these are some of the best eye pencils I have ever used because I think that they blend really easy. I keep going back to them and I've tried other pencils that I used to love a lot in between and I'm like, I still keep coming back to these guys because honestly, they blend so easily, but they dry at the perfect time because a lot of the time when you're using kind of eyeshadow pencils, you're always like, you know, it's almost like a race against time. Like, okay, do they dry so quickly that I don't have enough time to actually blend them? Or once I blend them, are they just gonna stay kind of creamy and then they end up just sliding off? Whereas with these, what happens is they're actually dry perfectly, so you have enough time to be able to blend it. It gives you more than enough time to be able to blend it. It's still creamy, it still glides on the skin really easily. And also another thing, when you do blend it, the blending just seems to be much easier than with most other eye pencils because I feel like with these, they just, it kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it almost gives you a helping hand to make sure you get that really nice fade into the skin. Whereas with some pencils, what happens is when you start blending, the pigment is just moving, but you still see those harsh lines. The texture is just, the formula is so creamy and so good that it does blend very easily and makes blending just easier for you and you get that desired result a lot quicker than most pencils, and then it dries at the perfect time and it doesn't come off. I've had a lot of people ask me what eye look I've done, like what products I'm using on my eyes, and most of the time it's been this. So I really wanted to like put this together for you guys, and I feel like these are shades which are going to show up on more or less any skin tone because you have some really nice light shades in there which can work very well on darker skin tones but also on paler skin tones, and also the much darker shade is really, really good at kind of just creating that definition as well. So I'm super excited for you guys to get your hands on this. Don't forget there are limited amounts available, so make sure you grab yours now. I would love to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comments box below. And wherever you are in the world, I'm sending you loads of love. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.